The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. This time given life by former president and current Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump.
Let's recognize this comment for what it is, a long-standing anti-Semitic trope that the true allegiance for Jews is to their religion rather than their country. It was used in Nazi Germany to justify the arrests, persecutions, and mass killings, attempted extermination of the Jewish people. And Trump has been pushing this trope for years.
For Donald Trump to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues. Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
One of the greatest presidential debates is about to take place, and I plan on going live that Thursday night. Oh, you can be certain of it. Would you join me? Would you join me? And can we have some fun? Let's have some fun with this one. This should be bigger than the Super Bowl. And everybody should be watching, right? Even Van Jones on CNN, he had this to say about the debate, which I thought was actually true. What he pretty much said was, listen, if Biden doesn't do well in this debate, it's over for him, and everybody's going to be watching.
And Van, how big of a moment is this for the president? I mean, I talked to folks in the Biden world, Democratic Party, and they say this is a hugely important moment for the president.
This is the entire election, as far as I'm concerned. The entire world will be watching. If you are a carbon-based life form, you're going to be watching. If you've got a functioning brainstem, you're going to be watching. Because if Biden goes out there and messes up, it's game over. If he walks out there and a week later he's lower in the polls, it's panic in the party. But if he goes in there and he can handle himself against Donald Trump, a runaway train, a locomotive, a raging bull, then this guy deserves another shot to be president, because that is tough. You couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If you can stand toe-to-toe with a runaway train like Donald Trump for an hour and a half, you are fit to be president, period, point blank. This is the whole presidency in a bottle in a week.
Runaway train. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be over for, I mean, actually it's been over for him long time ago. So what is it about this debate that is different than all the other ones we've seen before, right? Listen, it's going to be a softball debate, all in favor of President Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Can we do one more take?
Look, I'm very young, energetic, and handsome. What the hell am I doing this for?
Okay, so if you think about it, who's hosting the debate is going to be hosted by CNN, right? This debate is taking place this Thursday, June 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be a 90 minutes debate with 2 commercial breaks. So where is the debate and who's moderating the debate? And this is going to be part of the reason why we're having this video today. CNN, of course, and in Atlanta, the network anchors Jake Tapper. We're going to talk about Jake Tapper today and Dana Bash. This is different. No person is allowed in the studio apart from the moderator, and they will be turning off the mics because they know how Trump likes to take over. You know, I miss those good debates, man. And you know, they're taking away all the fun. Do you remember when Trump did this? This was the kind of debate that we miss. He violates every single principles. He turns the game upside down. And I love this about Trump because he just doesn't follow the status quo.
You'll have, and it doesn't work very well with
How tough is it to take property from an elderly woman?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough is it?
A lot of times, that's all of his donors and special interests out there.
You know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
Abraham Lincoln, where did that come in? I mean,
You said
where
you're
did
Abraham
that,
Lincoln.
No, where did that? No.
You said-
I said not since Abraham Lincoln has anybody done what I've done for the black community.
And I'm saying-
I didn't say I'm Abraham Lincoln. I said not since Abraham Lincoln has anybody done what I've done for the black community. Now, you have done nothing other than the crime bill, which put
Oh, God.
tens of thousands of black men, mostly, in jail.
All right, let me
And you know what?
let me
They
ask
remember
Vice
it because
President
if you
Biden
look
a
at what's
question.
happening with the voting right now,
Let me ask
they
Vice
remember
President
that
Biden
you treated them
about-
very, very badly. Just
the-
take a look at what's happening out there.
Vice-
These were some good old times, man. These types of debates are missing today. Anyway, this is the part I wanted to get to because CNN is going to have a meltdown. They just can't handle the truth. The CNN host here is about to literally pull the plug, cut off the interview because they're about to get a reality check on Jake Tapper, how could I say this? Trump derangement syndrome over the years. And again, what you're about to hear is nothing that we haven't noticed, right? We all noticed Jake Tapper has been really, really biased. Like if you noticed, and again, this is not to say he can run the debate, but what we're saying is Trump is not going to get a fair shot at this thing, okay? If the moderator is already biased in favor of course, Joe Biden and completely against Donald Trump.
The report is now here. It has dropped, and it might not have produced everything of what some Republicans hoped for. It is, regardless, devastating to the FBI, and to a degree, it does exonerate Donald Trump.
But before that, what were you doing?
Why this is interesting and significant is that President Trump and others are trying to say that the FBI is corrupt, and they had this Steele dossier, which they say has been discredited, which is not entirely true, and that it's all because of the Steele dossier, and this whole investigation is based on nonsense. In this op-ed from the founders of Fusion GPS, that the dossier was taken so seriously because it corroborated reports the Bureau had received from other sources, including one.
You see, pushing that fake news, man. Pushing that fake news all over the place.
To undermine the Mueller investigation. And we see it all the time with all...
The witch hunt.
The witch hunt.
The hoax.
Big hoax.
Again, over and over again, this is what the man did. And is Donald Trump going to get a respectable debate with this type of moderators? I doubt it.
Peeing on each other in Moscow. It was almost exactly 2 years ago that CNN reported that President Trump had been briefed on the intelligence community's assessment of Russian interference in the 2016 election, including the existence of the Steele dossier.
Pushing nothing but fake news. Fake news, fake news, fake news. And got away with it. Got away with it. Now, all of a sudden, just because they get a little bit of reality check, oh, we cut off the interview. Can't handle the truth.
Joining me now is Caroline Leavitt. She is Trump Campaign National Press Secretary. Caroline, thanks very much for being here on the show. We played that to remind everyone that that was some of what they saw on the debate stage in 2020. Of course, President Trump went on to lose that election to Joe Biden. Can you tell us what Donald Trump is going to do differently on the debate stage this time?
Sure. Well, President Trump is well prepared ahead of Thursday's debates. Unlike Joe Biden, he doesn't have to hide away and have his advisors tell him what to say. President Trump knows what he wants to say, and he's going to relay his vision to the American people to make this country strong, safe, secure, and wealthy again. He's been doing that across this great nation to all corners of this country. That's why he was in Detroit, Michigan last week. He was in Philadelphia for a big rally on Saturday night, and that's why President Trump is knowingly going into a hostile environment on this very network, on CNN, with debate moderators who have made their opinions about him very well known over the past 8 years and their biased coverage of him. So President Trump is willing to...
You could tell she's already uncomfortable. Look at her face. She can't take it. Oh, the truth hurts. Oh, the truth hurts. But she's already offended. So offended. She's roasting her. Ooh, National Press Secretary. Oh, she is roasting her. Caroline Leavitt. No joke.
President Trump is willing to bring his message to every corner of this country, to voters, to ensure that he wins this election in November. He looks forward to doing that, and I know the American public look forward to hearing from him.
So I'll just say my colleagues, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, have acquitted themselves as professionals as they have covered campaigns and interviewed candidates.
Oh, yeah? Is that so? No, yeah, we are so dumb and stupid. We can't tell the difference between those that are biased and those that are not, that are completely left-leaning. Okay, fine. And again, this is all in favor of that of President Joe Biden, because it's such a bad condition right now that Trump is still going there. He's going into the lion's den, right? And he's still going to come out winning. I believe that. That's why I have to live stream this thing.
Covered campaigns and interviewed candidates from all sides of the aisle. I'll also say that if you talk to analysts of debates previous, that if you're attacking the moderators, you're usually losing. So I really want to focus in on what these two men are going to do and say when they stand on the stage. Now, we have a little bit of what Donald Trump, your boss, has said in trying to set expectations for this debate. I want to play a series of his comments, and then we'll talk about it. Watch.
Maybe I'm better off losing the debate. I'll make sure he says I'll lose the debate on purpose. Maybe I'll do something like that.
I assume he's going to be somebody that will be a worthy debater.
Should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
Oh, wow.
So he's basically saying there, well, will I let Joe Biden win? It does seem as though many Republicans have set the bar very low in terms of arguing that Joe Biden is basically...
She's funny. She said Republicans set the bar very low. No, you guys set the bar very low. Remember this video? He speak about how Joe Biden is cogent. He's better than cogent. He's the best I have ever heard. Like, I was like, is he trying to gaslight me?
But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
Anyway.
Win. It does seem as though many Republicans have set the bar very low in terms of arguing that Joe Biden is basically senile. Now you have people like Doug Burgum coming out and saying, well, President Biden's very accomplished, trying to set expectations in a different place. What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it would take someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently frequently likened President Trump to Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work.
She's trying to leverage. She's trying to say that to make a point, but can't take it.
Well, first of all, it would take someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently frequently likened President Trump to Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump. And
she's so upset. Look at it. Look at her face. She's so upset. She's so upset and afraid of the truth.
To come back at any point, she is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump. And Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week.
Talking about passive aggressive and denialism. It's a mixture of everything. Look at that.
To Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate.
Oh, yeah, sure.
To attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden.
You have to say what I want to hear. If you say something I don't agree with, we're going to cut off the feed. You see, this is what we've become in these United States. Salty, glassy, weak, emotionally just overwhelmingly sensitive, afraid of words. And this is not to say we shouldn't be careful with our words. I try to be careful with what I say, but to say that she was not allowed to have a perspective about Jay Tapper, knowing the history of what he's done, pushing the Russia host, calling Trump Hitler on several occasions. So this is the guy who's going to moderate this debate, and you cannot have an opinion about him? Tell you something, boy. You know our country is in a bad shape when you are no longer allowed to have an opinion, even though you have facts to back it up. But the internet never forgets. Like me and my friend Darth Vader like to say, the internet never forgets. So brace yourself, because that's what's going to happen. The truth is going to come alive, irrespective of what they say.
The internet will not forget.
Listen to what the Bible says here, coming from the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. You're going to be careful with what you say. And if you're going to say what you say, be ready to stand behind what you say, or apologize, learn from your mistake, take the words back. It is said, for by your words thou shalt be justified, and by your words thou shalt be condemned. So what's happening now, the very word that Jake Tapper, many of these people in the mainstream media have spoken, is coming back to bite them. Now, we know, for the most part, we've moved on. I've moved on. But I haven't forgotten. Yes, we moved on. But you've lost my confidence. Yes, we're going to just let go and let God. But you've lost my trust. Okay, I will never trust you. I will always have a negative perspective about you. Yes, I wish you the best, because from a spiritual perspective, we know that God can work through any man and every man, and it is my desire to see everybody saved. But if you think you're going to get my allegiance, my support, right, knowing that you have the potential of lying and tricking and deceiving people, and yet never come back to apologize for what you've done, left a series of damage and confusion in our society, and yet you walk around as if you've done nothing wrong. Well, guess what, friends? We're going to remember that. And I really hope and pray Donald Trump's not only have a great debate, but he just light up a flame on behalf of these commies and leave them to wonder of the level of animosity that they've had against them, proving them completely wrong. But again, can we be honest? We just want to make this country great again, right? Make America great again. That's what I want to say. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. What do you think about this reaction video? What happened to this CNS host? She's a piece of work. She is a piece of work. She said, I'm going to cut you off if you keep talking about my colleague.
Stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues. Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues.
I will never forget this one. Thank you so much for listening. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Have a good one. Bye.